Hey, I'm Chris James, and welcome to the evolution of Chris James. Hey, YouTube fam. So, I decided to start a little spin off show off of Inspirations to talk about particular topics in my life, particularly. So, let's get started. So, today we're going to be talking about the topic of bullying. That's something that I went through a lot in my life, and it really helped define me as an individual in terms of what I was going to take and what I wasn't going to take. But it took a really long time to get there. So I remember being bullied at a really, really young age. I was always the youngest one in my class. I started school when I was 4.5, so it was hard to make friends with the kids that thought they were, big stuff just because they were a half a year or a year older than me. But anyways, I guess I was an easy target considering I was the youngest. And the amount of bullying definitely progressed as I progressed through my K through 12 years. And I got into some fights with people. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, I got into one particular fight with a kid who had used to be my best friend, and it was hard that particular moment in my life because you're fighting with someone that you thought you had a connection with. And just to put it into perspective for you, I was in a class with about, I want to say, 20 kids, and I was really chubby as a child, and I didn't have a lot of friends, and this one friend that I made, I was really excited about. I mean, to have a connection with one other human being and have them understand you in some sort of sense, for them to truly see you, that was great. It was phenomenal. And I talked about in another video about there being a cup there. And in that cup, people could either pour water in or they could take water out. And imagine when they pour the water in, it's like them putting positive things and they're re-energizing you. And when they're pouring the water out, it's like they're taking away all the energy from you. And that's what they were essentially doing to me. It wasn't until I reached this breaking point where I was about to completely leave my high school when I was in the 10th grade and just be homeschooled because it was that bad. I remember there was one particular point where I said to my mother, it would be better if I could just be in heaven and not have to deal with this. Now, to put someone in that type of mindset, to think that you want to remove yourself from this earth because the pain would be so much less and you'd be happier. To me, that's disgusting, to put someone in that place. That year was a year of realization. That year, my 11th grade year, were years of realization. And once that all settled in and marinated, my 12th grade year, I kind of started to take that back. I joined a program called SAD. I started a anti-bullying program. Well, it was a combination of an anti-bullying, anti-drinking, so on and so forth. But I got to educate 10th graders and 11th graders, and even some 12th graders about what was it like to be put in situations where your power was being taken away from you, where you were being disempowered by your peers. And I shared my story. I shared some stories of some of my friends that went through similar experiences, and truly tried to make them stop and think about what they were doing to another individual. As I progressed through, after that hump of my 10th grade year, I got involved. I got really involved, and I did the chorus. I did an extracurricular activity called chorale, which was a part of the chorus as well. I did the school musical, and if you're thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot of gay stuff, that's because I'm gay. But doing all of that stuff on top of doing SAD, being involved in FBLA, going away to conferences and stuff like that, I developed my own friends who had similar interests and everything like that. So it was kind of a way of saying, screw that, screw all this negativity, I'm going to take my life back. I went from hating high school from the first day of coming back from my new high school and saying, I don't want to go back there again, to being really sad when I had to graduate. Whether someone's calling you stupid, retarded, gay, faggot, a whole slew of other words, all those are offensive. Even if they're joking around, your brain is processing all that bad stuff constantly. You're getting, if you're around a group of friends that are constantly saying those things to you, you're getting bombarded with bad stuff, with bad energy. And psychologically, you're really processing that in a bad way, and that's making you think less of yourself. But that was my story about what was going on in my life. And I hope by sharing those little excerpts and those little anecdotes that you can apply that to your life and see that one day, first of all, you can make it, you will make it, and it's just a matter of getting through all those bad moments and starting to take your power back. And even if you need to take your power back by taking those little steps, speaking to a principal, speaking to a guidance counselor about your feelings, getting some extra help and support to get you through those moments, do that. Also, be an advocate for yourself. No one's going to advocate as hard as you are going to be advocating for yourself. Speak out, say what you need. Sometimes teachers turn a blind eye, not all, but some. Speak to them, let them know what you're feeling, let them know that what they were seeing really hurt and affected you. I hope that this video helps to those who are dealing with those different types of bullying types of situations. And comment, let me know what's going on. I'm gonna put my email up, and let me know about your experiences. Let me know what's been going on. So, I'm Chris James, and this has been The Evolution of Chris James.